What is a scale? A scale is a specific collection of pitches. The vast majority of music in the world utilizes some form of scale, the major scale being the most common among them in Western music. To understand the major scale, steps and octaves must be understood first. There are 12 different pitch classes in the Western tuning system. Each note has a name or multiple names which the piano above labels. Different note names for the same note are called enharmonic. For example, this note can be called C sharp, and it can also be called D flat. You notice that the names of the notes repeat. All notes with the same name belong to the same pitch class. For example, each note named C belongs to the pitch class of C. The distance between each C would be an octave. So distance between this, that is an octave, and that to this is an octave. And those are all C's. Together, an octave sounds like this. A scale repeats every octave. If you have the C major scale, for example, which contains C, D, E, F, G, A, B, then it'll repeat the next octave, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. There are two kinds of steps, half steps and whole steps. A half step is the closest distance between two notes. For example, E to F or A to B flat. It is the immediate closest note. A whole step is two half steps big. An example of a whole step would be D to E or B to C sharp. With this knowledge, we can now build a major scale. First, pick any note. This note will be called a tonic. In this case, we will pick the note C. Then follow the formula whole step, half step, whole step, half step. This will get us the C major scale. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. In a major scale, there will be a whole step between every note except between the third and fourth, E and F, and the seventh and first, B and C, which will be half steps. You can build a major scale from any note as long as you use this formula. Let's build one starting from F sharp. F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp. Or we can build one from D flat, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. Notice how the distances between each scale degree or number note of the scale is the same in any major scale. The major scale is a heptatonic scale, which is a fancy way of saying a 7-note scale. There are 7 note letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Therefore, in a heptatonic scale, each letter should be used once. This rule decides what the enharmonic spelling should be of any scale. Instead of spelling the F sharp major scale F sharp, G sharp, B flat, B natural, C sharp, D sharp, F natural, F sharp, it should be spelled F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, even though the notes are technically the same. This makes it easier for musicians to read and understand the music. Instead of always notating the accidentals with a flat or sharp, we can use a key signature. A key signature appears next to a clef and denotes all the default accidentals. Here I am using the D flat major scale as an example. The top shows a scale without a key, this scale without a key signature, while the bottom shows how the scale appears with the D flat major key signature. Every flat in the key signature is placed on the line of which the note occurs. For example, there will be a flat on where B is, the line of B is, that denotes that there's a B flat. If there's a B flat denoted, that applies to all B's of any octave. There's a key signature for every major and minor scale, but for now let's just focus on the major. The circle of fifths shows the key signature of every major scale. The accidentals in a key signature appear in a certain fixed order. So when you add sharps, the sharps appear in a certain order. First F sharp, then C sharp, then G sharp, etc. And if you're going the other way, the flats appear in a certain order. First B flat, then E flat, then A flat, etc. At the bottom of the circle of fifths, you'll see some enharmonic scales like B major and C flat major, which are scales that contain the same notes but they're spelled enharmonically. For example, the B major scale starts with B, C sharp, D sharp, while the C flat major scale starts with C flat, D flat, E flat. Same notes, different names. If you know the key signature of a scale, then you know all the notes that belong in it. Let's take A major, for example. The key signature has three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Therefore, the A major scale contains the notes A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp. Each note in a scale corresponds to a scale degree. The first note of the major scale is scale degree 1, the second is scale degree 2, etc. Each scale degree corresponds to a solfege syllable. You likely have heard do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do before. Syllables are often used for describing or singing music. Each scale degree also has its own fancy name: tonic, supertonic, median, subdominant, dominant, submedian, leading tone. Different scale degrees each have a certain role to play in the scale. For example, the tonic acts as the most stable position and commonly concludes a piece of music, while the leading tone tends to be unstable, wanting to resolve up to the tonic. So if I play this major scale, and then I just press a B, your ear is going to want it to move up to here, which is leading tone to tonic. That concludes this video. Please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.